Okay, so we had a product property or product rule of logarithms. So let's put the product one up here. Product rule. The product rule says if you have a log, I guess I should use a lowercase l, log base b of, and then you have two things being multiplied, you know, in the argument, you can split up that multiplication. And it's log base b of m plus log base b of n. Well, the quotient rule is going to work very similarly. Now we're going to have log base b of some quotient, m over n. Well, how do you think that's going to split up? I bet you can guess. It's going to split up into log base b of m minus log base b of n. So quotient, division, we're splitting that up with subtraction. So again, they split into two separate logarithms. The bases stay the same, and you're able to take the dividend, and that's the one argument, and then subtract the log of the divisor. Okay? A lot of terms there. Okay, so now let's look at a more complicated problem. So they want us to expand this logarithm, and it's base 2. Okay, so you can see there's a numerator, that would be the dividend, and a denominator, that would be the divisor. Now remember, subtraction's not commutative, so you have to be careful which way you write this. So first I'm going to split up that division though. I'm going to write log base 2 of 15x times x minus 1 minus log base 2 of 3x plus 4 times 2 minus x. Now I notice in the textbook they use a lot of parentheses within parentheses, so I typed it that way too. I would normally change them to square brackets, but not a big deal. Okay, now what we want to do though is we want to split up the product part as well. So we used the quotient rule, now we want to use the product rule. So think of 15 as 3 times 5. So now I'm going to split all that up in there, and they're each going to get their own logarithm. So it's going to be log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 5 plus log base 2 of x plus, I think I'm going to need more room, log base 2 of x minus 1. All of that then was the first part, okay? So we had 3 times 5 times x minus 1. So there were 4 factors, and they each got their own logarithm. That's how we expanded it. Now we have to subtract, and that's the subtraction sign right there. But remember, and I'm going to bring in a bracket now, we have to subtract everything. So when we go to split this up, and by the way, we have just 2 factors here, so it's going to be log base 2 of 3x plus 4 plus log base 2 of 2 minus x. Okay? So again, we have a product going on here, multiplication, and we're splitting that up, and it splits up with addition. But because of this subtraction sign that I have the arrow going to, we're going to have to distribute that. All right, so we're going to write a final answer. If I can fit it, it's going to go log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 5 plus log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of x minus 1 minus log base 2 of 3x plus 4 minus, because I'm distributing now, that minus sign, log base 2 of 2 minus x. Okay? And I'm done. That was a long one. I feel like I should be in a college dorm room writing on the window. Look at this long expanded expression now. All right, so a couple things. First of all, notice that the bases were always 2. Second, you can't split up the adding and subtracting. Students try to all the time, but that doesn't work. We have a rule for splitting up multiplication, and a rule of splitting up division. What's the other thing? If you're thinking, oh, maybe I can do something fancy here by factoring out a negative and do it, no, nope. It's done. That's it. It's long, but that's it.